So I've made a lot of changes in the studio recently. I wanted to talk about one of the upgrades that's been one of my favorites so far, and that's adding more room mics. So I used to have a set of room mics in the corner in stereo, but I kind of didn't like the way they sound. They were, I don't know, they just sounded kind of cloudy. They were still getting a bunch of high end, but I don't know, they just threw off the imaging a little bit and they were pretty far, like they were pretty delayed, which is a cool sound, but that's not really what I was going for. So I went crazy and I bought a whole bunch of mics, and really the idea was to have two sets of room mics, keep two in here in the room, set them around the room, see which ones I like better, and then the other set to just have them as like spare mics. But honestly, I just really fell in love with the combination of the three sets of room mics. It's the sound of the room. It captures it really well. What I want to do in room mics is capture a darker sound because cymbals are already so bright. So what I did with these new room mics was I looked for darker sounding mics. So I got two sets of ribbon mics, and then I got a set of Lauten Audio, and I got those because they have a high cut on them, and that just kind of makes it sound like a different mic altogether. Ribbon mics typically have a darker sound than condenser mics. So this is it right here. I put them on this low profile mic stand. I know it looks kind of crazy. I don't know. I wanted to try them out, and I just ended up keeping all six of them. So here on this side, I have the LA220s, and they're facing the other way. And I have the high cut engaged. And these right here are the Royer R10s. And then in the center, I have the Warm Audio Fentones. So the combination of all six of these mics, and they're all in stereo, it just sounds really cool. So I tried a couple different heights, and this is kind of what I thought sounded best. And kind of at this angle also, I don't know, just was able to catch some of the reflections from the floor. And I have it, just a couple feet out from the drum set, and I think it adds a really cool vibe. So one thing I almost forgot to mention is these hallway mics. I used to have a pair of SC8s out here, but I switched them out for these Lauten LA120s. And the reason I got these was because they have high cuts and low cuts. I have the low cut at 50 hertz and the high cut at 15K. And in my opinion, this is a really big part of my sound. And if you've ever had me record drums for you, you know what I'm talking about. And I have them just outside the studio. So really, I have 4 sets of stereo room mics, 3 inside and 1 outside.